Hello, this is Sandman99.
And I'm Rick V5.
And we're back with more Madden 05. Season 3.
Of the Lifers franchise.
Week 11. And so far, we've won 9 in a row. We had a bye week in week 8, so we've only played 9 games up to this point. But we haven't won any game by less than 30 points. I think the closest game we had was a 35-3 beating.
Yeah, you've just been shredding them out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if we look at the stats info and we look at rankings, yes, the offense has been pretty gaudy this year. I'm first in almost every offensive category that there is.
Yep.
But on defense, look at this. First in total yards allowed, second against the pass, first against the run, and you're only allowing 6.5 points a game. And you also are first in sacking the quarterback.
Go figure.
And between the two of them, your outside linebackers have somewhat more than half of those sack totals.
Yeah, Greg May jumped ahead in the last game.
Yeah, he's got 15 sacks on the season, so he contributed a substantial portion to that. But your interior defensive line has about a dozen sacks between the two of them, too.
Yep.
So that's quite something. Defensively, your defense is performing brilliantly. They're just being overshadowed by the more flashy offense, right?
Yeah. Well, I've always been a big fan of playing interior defensive line because it allows you to fill the holes in your defense, right? You can actually play a 3-man line and have an intelligent defender in that area,
yeah,
instead of just letting people shoot up the middle all the time.
Well, it seems to be working for you anyway, because your defense so far this season has performed better than any of my defenses have in the previous 2 seasons, although last season I did have a very good season. Ending up, I think I allowed an average of just over 10 points a game, which is pretty good.
Yeah, you did really well.
But you're doing a lot better than that.
I honestly, I think it's just luck. I was never a defensive person, and then I found like one thing, like one particular style of play that just worked, and I stuck with it.
Yeah. Anyway, this week we are playing the Stingers again. Division rivals. And this is our second game, I think, against them. So this will be the last time we see them this season. And of our division rivals, they're probably about the toughest. They play the best, the quote-unquote best defense in the teams that we face in our division.
They've also never really been a bad team either. Like, they've never really performed badly. It's a wonder that they don't advance farther considering the way they play against us.
Yeah. That being said, we're going to pace them too, probably, because we always do, but we generally don't beat them as badly as we beat everybody else.
Yeah, they're tougher than the Desperados at this point.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go.
I don't know, they've just got really intelligent play calling.
Yeah, and you can see number 48, Damon Sawyer, there, is listed as a key player on the team, along with an interior defensive lineman.
Yep.
So the Stingers actually do have a fairly stout defense. And I think mainly their problems come from offense.
Although even their offense, like their talent-wise, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Welcome to United Development Stadium. Well, it's shaping up to be a great finish to the season. Many teams.
Well, Al's got the season ending already. We're only just halfway through.
Well, you see, they've already started the smoke coming out of the box early. They had the pre-game celebration.
Yeah. NFL action with my partner John Madden, and hold on because this is going to be a good one.
Now here's one of the better.
Well, it's like when you I don't know if we've ever caught it on camera, but sometimes it'll be like 1st and 10 on your 20, and Al will go, they'll try for a field goal here, or some kind of weird nonsense like that.
Yep.
And she's like, what are you talking about, Al?
So anyway, we're on the road today visiting in Arizona.
Yep.
So we're wearing the nice white and black striped prison uniforms today.
Yep, to let you know that they're convicts.
Can't even sit still. Heck, watching from up here almost makes me want to go down there and join in.
Let's go to midfield for the coin toss.
Oh, we get to call the toss. We won the toss. We're going to defend this end.
They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get today's game started.
All right. Oop. And of course, nothing has changed in my offensive strategy since the last time out. I guess when you have a system that works, you stick with it.
Yep. Yeah,
kind of like you, right? I have a system. I found an offensive system that works, and since I found it, I haven't really made any changes to it. I know offensively I was always making little adjustments and changes before, but this is about the longest I've ever gone without making any changes.
Well, I mean, if I were to take this and actually like play this playbook against a person, I would probably make the change of removing the 4-3 or the 3-4 from my playbook, because I've got a bunch of plays in here that I don't really call anymore, that I haven't called in like a long time. And that could save me some spots for adding some quarterback spy related defenses into my playbook. But otherwise, that's about the only change I'd make.
Let's get back to the play on the field.
All right. Well, to start the game off, we're going to kick it away. So we'll see.
The visiting team are lined up for the kickoff.
Pretty competitive division, right? Pretty well everybody's won 5 games.
You know, last time everybody had won 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they all must have won last week, eh?
Yep.
Oh, he stiff-armed me again.
That he did.
Yeah.
That's number 28 there.
Yeah, they must have a running back in there as a returner to be able to do that kind of stuff.
1st and 10.
I'll bet so.
I didn't look to see what his number was, though, but...
28.
Oh, that was the returner's number?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he probably is a running back then.
Receives the handoff. Boston cuts him down.
Oh, Boston's going to get credited for that one, though.
I guess that run isn't going anywhere.
The defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them off sides.
Oh, boy. Huh, that's okay.
At the 27
That roll inside, man.
Yeah, he spun back inside, but Boston got him again.
Yeah, they sure do, but you need 2 things for a
Yeah, he
good
spun right into Boston's arms, and Boston's like, okay.
Well, you made a good move there to get loose and cut him off from the direction he was trying to run, though.
Oh, that's the thing, though, right? I'm not really super experienced at tackling people in the open field. Right? I'm more just like, I plug the hole and get the guy.
Yeah, and sack the quarterback.
Yeah, and sack the quarterback.
He's having a banner year, this guy. Wow.
He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah, he's a converted offensive lineman that we converted in Season 1 because we needed a bigger, stronger guy at defensive tackle. And we didn't have any at that time.
Unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out.
And, yeah, he's turned out to be a good defensive tackle.
Here's the punt.
You pretty much need to have somebody with 90-plus strength at defensive tackle, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I've had some success with guys around 88 or 86 strength. So, like, there's like a tolerable range in there, but they're going to be more agile offensive linemen, or sorry, defensive linemen than powerful guys, right?
Yeah.
It away.
You got to play them a little different. You got to use more spin move. Guys who are smaller are usually better at like the spin move and stuff.
Yeah.
They can do that without falling over.
Oh, you mean like not like McGrady where he spins and falls down and then the quarterback trips over him?
That's right. Oh, but that was a sack though.
Yeah, it was. It was a sack. He got up and he did the baseball swing celebration. It's like, yeah, I fell down and the quarterback tripped over me.
With the throw, and he hits his target. Bell makes the play at the 22. Nice call going to the air, and that'll move the chain. They're within striking distance here.
Well, I see they've got the, I'm not even sure what that is. The 4-3 stack?
Well, they pull the corners in on both sides, right?
Drops back, surveying the field, throwing on the run, right to him. Number 6 finds the weakness in the defense and makes them pay.
And that's what happens when you pull the corners in.
Yep.
Right? I'll throw a fade or an out or a corner route or something like that. And
look at this. Half the audience is already gone.
Yeah. Yeah, for a team that's in second place in the division, at least temporarily.
They're going to kick us out of the NFL for this. Attendance numbers are going to be too low.
Yeah. Nobody's going to come and watch our away games, eh?
Yeah.
Although we'll have a packed house at home all the time.
Although actually our attendance had dropped at home for a while because we were winning too many games.
Yeah.
And he got all of that one.
People just stopped showing up because they thought we were going to win.
From the 3. So the offense takes over. The last time they had the ball, they had a very tough time getting anything going. It's 1st and 10. Quick sends a man in motion.
Oh, I can't get off my guy.
Number 43.
Well, at least he had the free safety coming over. He didn't get picked up by an offensive lineman or nothing there.
Yep.
I think they were trying, but he evaded them in the open field.
Which is really what should happen.
Yeah, which is really what should happen.
I don't think that an offensive lineman should have too much of a chance to actually block a defensive back in the open field.
Dropping back with the throw.
Oh,
And it's caught. And he ducks out of bounds.
that's too bad.
Yeah, just over the coverage guy's head.
Watch it. He's able to keep his feet in bounds and make the
That was totally a flat pass too, right?
So I think what it is he was there. He just misplayed that.
Yeah. That was totally a flat pass too, right?
It's always a flat pass. I don't know. If you call the correct coverage for the situation, it's all luck-based after that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pressure coming. Gets the pass
Oh,
off.
boy. Looks like maybe his fullback is a little too slow to catch up to that.
Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, he was trying to throw to the fullback, and the fullback just couldn't run that route fast enough by the looks of it. Because it didn't look like he was getting any pressure or anything, right? Looks like he was trying to lead him. It's just that he's too slow to catch up to it, right?
And we go back to the game.
Wow.
That was just a missed connection.
Yeah.
It wasn't even because of the coverage or anything, and
Yeah. Well,
that guy didn't seem to have any trouble getting out into the pattern.
Only one man back. The corners
Weird.
are giving a bit of a cushion.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, and then he broke a tackle, and
Brown brings him down.
Brown was
free
there.
safety had to make the tackle.
Yeah, he
there.
broke Sandman 99's tackle.
Yeah.
And then Grant Brown, of all people, comes up and makes the
It
save.
was a big-time run.
Yeah, he was the last guy back, too. That was almost a run for a touchdown.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Dropping back.
Oh, I'm getting double teamed in the middle here.
And he makes the grab. Hank takes him down at the 39. Good throw, good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a receiver,
Well, they're
all you have
moving
to
the
do is
ball a
give
little
us
here.
time. And this guy's gonna
Yeah, I'm
put
going to
the
have to
ball
change
on.
things up a little bit here.
Yeah, if they're patient and they keep playing the kind of game they're playing, then they will get some yards this game. But
Tosses it right.
it just depends on whether they manage to stick with the plan, right?
With the tackle. at the 38. But couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is
I
extremely
mean, they got
active
lucky
and
on that
effective
one
up
flat
front.
pass,
They
but
do a good job
other than that,
getting
though,
upfield
throwing those
quickly.
short passes over the
Creating
middle
havoc
and
in the
running up the
backfield.
middle, that's
This
usually
direction plays and draws
a
could
good
be
strategy
way to use
against
their
your
speed and
against your
aggressiveness
defensive alignments
against
anyway.
9 yards to go.
It's just that nobody tends to do it very much.
Drops back.
Oh, I got pancaked
Looking
there.
downfield.
Oh,
finds his
he threw
man.
that into a double
Shaking more
short zone
pieces
coverage,
out.
and the short zone guy just let him catch it right in front of him.
Yep.
That's too bad.
They were on him like glue.
Sometimes you just lose.
Play action pass on 3rd and inches.
To convert for the first, they'll have to get the ball
I can
inside
see it
the
coming.
29-yard line. Making some changes along the defensive front. He tucks it away.
Yep. I called that one, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's okay. We had the double flat zone out there.
Yep.
Well, we had a flat zone in man coverage,
Yep.
actually.
It's predictable. On 3rd down and less than a yard, they almost always pass. Right? Like
Yep.
the AI almost always passes on 3rd down and 1 or less.
Yeah, they won't ever just give it to their fullback.
And it's up.
Very rarely they'll run the ball, but only if they're trying to catch you by surprise, right?
He's one of those guys who really works hard.
You know,
at
like
what he does.
that's their
You can
surprise
see that hard
tactic
work paying
Is the
off.
run.
is the
You make a
run
kick like this one.
on 3rd down and short.
Boom,
Whereas for me,
downfield.
9 times out of 10 on 3rd down and 1 or less, I'm going to run the ball unless they literally stack the entire defense on the line,
The
right?
defense
Yep.
gave up a touchdown on the last series. It's 1st and 10.
Okay.
Anderson. Sawyer makes the tackle at the 31. Just about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up here.
See, this formation, even though I have 2 quote-unquote fullbacks
Directing track.
in it,
Number
really
6
is
sends a man in motion.
kind of like a 2 tight end formation, right? Because the guy playing fullback 2 on a lot of teams that I play with is actually the 3rd string tight end.
Hey, I like to see him get the fullback involved
Yep.
in the passing game. He's a pretty good
Or at
option
least
out
he
of the
would be.
backfield. He has quick feet, good hands.
I can't remember if he's
The pass
actually
to him
converted to
sometimes
fullback
is a good
here or if he's
idea.
actually still playing tight end. I actually
I
can't
think
remember.
I think I made him fullback here,
But he was the 3rd string
but
tight end.
he was the 3rd string tight end. But on some teams I'll leave him as tight end and then just slot him in the depth chart as fullback anyway.
Yep.
Because as a tight end, because of the number of passes that player catches, for some reason, if he's a tight end and catches passes, obviously his catching will improve.
Whereas if he's a fullback, his blocking improves better for some reason.
Yeah.
It's just a little quirk in the game there.
Dropping back. Gets the pass off. The 50.
Well, they
you're
miscovered that.
gone.
They miscovered that.
The 20,
That was
the
awful.
10.
What the hell was
Great
that?
pass and catch and get the touchdown.
Well, I don't know. Let's see here, because this is basically a play that's designed to get 5 or 6 yards when they crowd the line like this. Right?
Yeah, and they've got the safeties back deep. Oh, they're blitzing the safeties.
Yeah, they blitzed the
It's like a
safety
house
from from really far away. Yeah, it was like an everybody blitz kind of a situation, right?
Yeah.
They only had 3 guys dropping in coverage. That's what it was. And because it's a zone defense too, and for some reason they pulled this guy in, they might have been all right if they'd have left him out wide, right?
Yep.
Let's get back to the
Yeah, because they would have had to manually pull him in because
Yep.
you can't pull a player in if he's not got man coverage with a simple audible.
Yeah, that can be tricky though if they happen to have that safety playing a flat zone.
Yeah.
Then they pull a corner in like that, and then it looks to me like man coverage, right?
Yeah.
You know, like they disguise the zone coverage so it looks like man to man, and I'll try to throw the flat pass, and suddenly that safety will be there in the flat, right?
Yep.
So it can be dangerous when they do that, but only if they make the right defensive call.
Sends it off.
Yeah, and that was an awful defensive call. That's not something that you should ever call out there.
No, the most that I like to blitz.
Arizona.
I really like to blitz, actually, and I blitz on probably 3/4 of the plays that I run when I'm playing defense, but I've never sent more than 7. Like, if I'm going to do a zone blitz where I'm sending, like the house kind of thing, I still have 4 guys playing deep zones, quartering the field, right?
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Well, you got him again.
Good thing, too, they were trying to overload the left-hand side.
Yeah.
He picks up the sack.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
You see?
Down, and they need 15
He's not a bad defensive tackle.
I mean, he's not a good defensive tackle.
Well, he's good enough. He's got half a dozen sacks this season so far.
With a man in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Hank records the tackle at the 23-yard line. 8-yard
Wow, they only gave him 3 on that? Oh, no, never mind. I sacked the quarterback on the first play. I'm like, what?
No, they gave him a nice gain there, but still, running on 2nd down and 15 and picking up a good gain like that, they're still looking at a pass. All they did there was they made their 3rd down a little more manageable than it would be if they'd have tried a pass and it was incomplete on 2nd down, right? Actually, I quite often follow that strategy too. Because that pass, which that guy should have caught, right, would have been a 1st down.
Pretty good play call on that.
Well, that's okay. You know, he was getting hit in the back. It was just deflect the receiver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what? He dropped it because of the contact, but still, you expect receivers to catch those, right? Or you hope that they will, anyway.
And he chooses not to return this one.
I think that's the first fair catch of the game.
First and 10.
Wow, it's still the first quarter?
Yep. Yeah, things are not going very well for the Stingers here at home.
I think they played us better the first time.
Yep.
Going to the air on first down. Gets the pass.
Well, they made that big mistake on defense there on my last series, right?
Yep.
So that was a pickup of about 9. They have to get to the 47 to convert for the first down.
Wow, okay.
Looks like he's changing the play.
I haven't got anybody playing their proper positions here now.
He surveys the field on the move.
That was Houston.
Yeah, that was an easy pass, too. Wow, he should have caught that for sure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Well, I guess, you know how the saying goes, bad things happen when you go to the air.
Yeah, I guess so. Bad things happen. But anyway, as I was saying, on 3rd down and short like that, more often I'll just pound it up the middle and try and get a yard.
You know, especially if you've got some bigger backs like you do, it's perfect because they tend to fall forward.
Well, it's just the highest percentage play to run, right? You're more likely to be successful gaining a yard on 3rd and 1 that, if you run the ball than you are if you try to throw a pass.
Houston in motion.
Well, at least so long as you don't got John Mike Houston in the backfield.
Well, I don't understand why in this game they do that so much. Because I can see once in a while throwing a pass or doing play action on 3rd down and short. Like maybe 1 in every 5 or 6 times that you're in that situation. But not 80 or 90% of the time the way that these guys do it.
Yep.
Because even when I'm playing defense on 3rd down and 1, I'm playing the pass because that's the percentage in this game, right? That's what I'm expecting the offense to run because that's what they always do.
Yep.
And, once in a while when they do actually try a run up the middle, they pick up 8 or 10 yards because I'm not expecting a run, but they don't do it often enough for it to be a problem, right?
Yep.
third down. They have to get it to the 34-yard line for a first.
Or they run a bunch of toss plays, sweep and toss plays that go for nothing.
Nickelback in this
Yeah.
time.
I don't know. I think John has a line in here where he's like 80% of the runs happen between the tackles, and I'm like, well, how come the AI doesn't run between the tackles, John?
And this pass is completed. Number 55 makes the tackle at the 29.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third
I
down.
led that to the
They come
left, and
through
that
with
guy
this
still
perfect
managed to
play.
almost.
Gets
That was a
the first
linebacker, though, that
drive
was
going.
covering him, right?
Well, he played the coverage really well.
Yeah, that was the only reason that pass worked, though, because I had a wide receiver against a linebacker there, right?
Yeah, because the linebacker played that as perfectly as possible given his physical abilities.
Number 6
Yeah.
with a man in motion.
And that wide receiver's not super fast. He's basically what we were calling John Mike Houston Mark II, right?
Yep.
Hand it off.
That's their middle linebacker.
At the 28. So a gain of about
That guy's always giving us problems, though.
Yep, he's always there. He's always
8
involved.
play of this drive. And they need about 9.
I haven't exactly been running over them in this game, though. But I've got over 100 yards passing in the first quarter, and if I wanted to run this play, I could probably make a whole bunch more again.
1 quarter of play. Score is 14-3. And we're ready to start the second quarter. They'll get a first down if they can move the ball inside the 19-yard line.
Okay, this is actually more like something that I would
Calling
do
an audible
if
now.
I were in their shoes. This is what I would want to
See
do,
something in the defense.
right?
Yep.
Because I'm going to get 3-4 yards here, maybe. If I'm lucky, I might get a couple more.
Again with the carry.
But
Dives and
you know, like
brings
what
it
I
back
got there
at
is
the
about what I would
25-yard
expect to
line.
get. I
They
got
back
4
to the run on
yards,
that play.
right?
And that just makes your pass easier.
Well, it makes my pass easier, but it still it forces me into a passing situation on
They'll
third
get a
down
first down if they can move the
where they
ball
should have a
inside
nickel
19
defense
yards.
out there, and they do, right?
The defense lines up in the nickel.
And then they bring the safety down.
Yeah, I'm too close to throw the streak, though, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably just try to throw the slant.
Dropping back. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver.
Well,
Dives and makes
John
the
Mike Houston caught that
This is
one.
one heck of a play.
Yep.
Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down. And they come through with this perfect
He's having a
play.
big day
Gets
today,
the
actually. I
first
don't
and
think
keeps the
Quincy's
drive
caught a
going.
pass yet today.
Have you thrown a pass at him yet today?
No, I just haven't had the opportunity to, really.
See, I
Looks like
wonder
he's
if
changing the
the intelligent coverage ability of these guys is nullifying Quincy's speed.
Maybe. I don't know.
Drops back. He surveys the field with the throw.
Wow, he
And
dropped it again.
hang on. Big
Well, that was Martin that time.
Yeah, I know. That's not that hard of a pass to catch. I don't know why they're not catching it.
Just bad luck.
He's really having a tough time keeping his
I don't know.
concentration out there.
But yeah, you know, I don't have a problem with crowding the line when you're this close. Like, you can still play an effective zone from 5 yards off the line here. You don't have a lot of field to cover.
Well, the thing is that if they left the corners out wide,
They'd
even
be
if
golden.
even if they brought the safeties down, they'd still be in good shape here, right?
With the pass.
Yeah.
And it's
But they're
caught.
giving up a touchdown just because they pulled the corners in from the outside.
Yeah, they give up 5-10 yards just like that.
Yeah. Yeah, even a fairly slow receiver, like a guy with 70-something speed, is going to catch that pass, and he still might be able to make it to the end zone before the defender can catch him, right?
Yep.
Just because the way that the coverages work in this game too, they're ill-equipped to cover that pass.
And it's up. And he tacks on the extra point. Now they put it together offensively.
That's why if you're going to pull the corners in, you should always play, replace that player with someone.
Yeah, like roll somebody out to the flat there, whether it's a linebacker or even a lineman.
Yeah, or a safety.
This is going to be a very long day for this defense.
You know, if you're playing close to your own goal line and your own end of the field, you don't necessarily have to play a lot of deep zones.
Oh, I do. What
No,
I'll
but-
do is I'll
but you
play
don't-
like three. I'll play like a cover 3 more
Yeah.
often. I'll have like 3 deep zones, and then I'll have like 3 short zones.
Well, the thing is, though, if you're playing a cover 3, you've still got your corners out wide to contain those flat passes, right?
Yeah.
You know, the guy might even if I was brave enough to throw that pass to him in front of the corner's going to move up and make the tackle, and I'm only going to get 2 or 3 yards, right?
Hand it off to the back. John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use boom.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom.
Well, that's our left end making the tackle there.
Yep, Lamar Holt,
They're going to keep running.
who's taken a back seat to the outside linebackers this season after being the most dominant
Drops back.
player in the league as far as quarterback sacks go for 2 seasons.
That short pass incomplete brings up a third down play.
What can I say?
Yeah, it's just a different system and a different philosophy. But that's okay. Your outside linebackers are much faster than he is
So as we
anyway.
get set to try to convert. Here's what both teams have done on third
So
down.
eventually,
Third down
in
is
my
when you
system,
want
he
your
would have
players to dig
eventually
deep
have
and make a
been
clutch play.
probably
When you
replaced
convert,
by Greg
it gives
May
your defense a little extra
because
rest,
of May's
and it gives
speed,
your
right?
offense a fresh set of downs to work with.
Wow, you
Oh,
just
it's just one of those.
Yeah.
Bumped out of bounds.
yeah, it was one of those things where that guy isn't even finished running the route yet, and the quarterback just lobs it up in the air, right?
Yep.
He does a great
And he
job
threw
of
that
using
away
his
because
hands
you
and
got
not
through there
letting the
quick.
ball get into his body.
Well, as quick as I could, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think I can actually get through the line quicker than that.
So they have
No,
first and
no,
10.
there wasn't very much resistance there.
Crosses it out to the right. So they'll lose yardage on that tackle. That play wasn't going anywhere.
I don't think that play is a very good one to call against that defense.
What the hell was that?
It was a toss
Oh,
play.
okay.
But because Holt was lined up way out wide there with nobody blocking him, he just ran into the backfield and stuffed him, right?
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
That was a 6-yard loss.
Second and long.
I don't know how you lose that kind of yards on a run play. Wow.
Wow.
Quick, the lone setback. Pressure. Looking for an option. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Quick delivered that one with just the right amount of touch.
He's one of those guys who's extremely accurate with his passing. His receivers rarely have to make any adjustments in their routes to come up with a ball.
They need 5.
Strong left! Strong left! Let's go!
Oh, that's too bad.
Thrown behind, but caught.
Ah, well, he didn't make it, though.
At the 49-yard line.
Yeah,
See,
what I
it's-
was watching was their fullback here is a big guy, big slow guy, and he's a bit of a mismatch for Seymour here.
Oh, yeah, he pancaked him.
Yeah.
However, you might have noticed, though, that he's a better blocker than he is a pass receiver, right?
Yeah.
You know,
But he's
like
also bigger than Seymour, too.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really surprising that that happened.
And we're
Well, that was a good, solid block, that's for sure. I was just going to say, it's really too bad this game won't allow us to play 2 custom playbooks, because I would have liked your idea. Going back to that last defensive series that they had. Oh, look at this. Where they pulled the corners in. You know, like your idea of giving them a defensive system that did not include any plays that didn't have some kind of coverage to the flats.
come out
Yeah.
of the nickel.
Would have been a really good idea, I think.
Well, I know it can be done in Madden 04, that's for sure.
look at
my
this.
god.
Oh, wow.
To the 20. The 30.
That was almost the
Oh.
second one of the season.
38-yard line.
Yeah, that's a long run. Wow.
I think they're
That's why you hand it to the fullback, folks.
Yeah. Wow, that was a 36-yard run.
That one a little bit too. Both of those factors contributed to that big play.
Nickel back this time.
Yeah, I know that you can run 2 custom playbooks in Madden 04.
Yeah. Yeah, and in Madden 04, they do still pull... Whoops.
Number 6 with a man in motion.
Hey, what are you doing? You're
I
getting
was-
distracted.
Yeah, I
There's
was
a
getting
flag on the
distracted.
play.
But
In Madden 04, they still do pull the corners in.
Kill a coach. You're trying to put a drive together.
they've also
but-
got more mixed coverages in that game, too.
Yeah.
But,
Wow, look at this. They got the dime out there now.
and it's not like they developed it such that, like, they wanted to prohibit you from running 2 custom playbooks in this game. That's not the case. It's just a bug in the game that causes the game to crash
The 40.
if you have 2 custom playbooks plus custom teams.
See that? 1st and 15.
Wow.
That was a really well run play. Look at that, eh? See the tight end I moved over there. McCoy picked up the dime back over there.
Mm-hmm.
I took total advantage of the fact that I had a big set out here against the dime, right?
Yep.
And that was all about, like, you see number 74, who was the pulling guard there, and for some reason he decided to abort and go up the middle there, so he wasn't really much of a factor in the play.
Yeah, he's like, I need to block the free safety.
But at least the right tackle blocked the defensive end there, right? Which we really needed to have happen.
Yep.
And, you know, Hudson went up there and blocked the safety, and McCoy there blocked the dime back, and look at Houston blocking that corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'm out there in the open field, and I think that's the free safety that finally made the first contact there, right?
Yep.
And welcome back. So they have 1st and 10 here.
So back-to-back long runs.
Directing traffic.
Well, better that than giving up long bombs for touchdowns.
Well, I don't know. I mean, those 2 runs were as long as some long passes that I throw, too.
He'll get it again.
Well, here's another one.
Yeah.
Sawyer makes the tackle.
Not as long, but...
33-yard line.
If you can get into the
I think
flow
you,
of the
as an
game,
offensive
your
coordinator, you
yards
got
per
to be
carry are
happy
this
when a run
high,
goes for 8
then you
yards.
found a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
weakness in the defense.
If my running game keeps working the way it has been in this series, I'd never do anything else. Well, now they're bringing the strong safety up into the middle here, eh?
Brown, 53. Drill, switch it, come on. Another run, and he picks up just enough to convert. The big guy got the goal.
And the thing that got him past the marker was a great
They're all
blocking
the
up
big
front.
guy.
Those guys did a heck of a job that time.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Well, let's see what they do here. Come on, move.
Houston moves in motion.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess this isn't going anywhere now.
Anderson.
Oh.
Yeah, there wasn't even any room to go back up the middle there.
Looks like he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They better mix up the play call a little more. Trying to
Yeah, now John's going to give you shit.
Yeah, he is. He's going to give me shit for...
That run-stopping nickel defense.
Changing the play now. Number 6 with a man in motion. Drops back. Looking for an option with the pass.
There, is that mixed up enough for you, John? Now you can go back and diving it up the middle.
Number 6 put the ball in there perfectly.
Well, by default, I almost always call an off-tackle run, and then I'll audible to something else depending on the circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Calling an audible now. Ball again.
Ha, somebody didn't block someone there from the outside.
Nope.
These guys up front are very tough to run because they can use their
Well, that's
size
okay.
and
You
strength.
still get your field goal chance here. Come on, Benson. Hopefully you haven't been partying before the game like Al was.
When the game's on the line.
Well, hopefully that's good enough to get it through.
And it's on.
Come on,
Nope.
come on, come on, come on.
Nope.
Oh!
Oh, man.
Wow, I suck at kicking.
See, the kicker's like, I'm never going to be out on the field, so I'll just go and enjoy the pregame show with John and Al.
John and Al, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not very good at the kicking game, I guess.
It's the toss to the right.
Oh, look at that again. Right? Lost 6 yards.
Oh, my
Couldn't
God.
decide where he wanted to go with it. He hesitated just a little. By the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over him.
They audibled to something else here, but they came out in like a 4 wide receiver set with a tight end.
Yeah.
Pressure coming, gets the pass off, and it's caught. Hank makes the tackle at the 30. Carter
That really didn't have too much of a chance.
7-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down now upcoming.
Well, I feel like I've called like 5 different plays in this game.
Yeah, these guys like 2 running backs with 3 wide receivers, eh? Quite a bit.
Closing in with the throw.
Oh, come on!
Wow, that was badly misplayed.
You got double coverage deep, and he throws it there anyways, and then you allow the receiver to catch it. I don't think that's how that play is run in practice.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite how it's supposed to work.
They line up in the I formation to carry it. Number 43 makes the play at the 37. Gain of
Tricky, hey?
I mean, it's whatever.
They slip in a run play just to keep you off balance and fool you.
I don't feel very fooled. I know they'll go back to the pass in like a play. I just can't get past that guy.
Alford brings him down at the 24-yard line.
All right.
Sixth play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. He's looking with the pass.
That guard's doing a good job now.
Yeah. Well, thing is, though, with that standard 4-man rush, I think that the AI offensive line is equipped to deal with that, right? I think the reason that we both have a lot of success pressuring the quarterback is because we do non-standard things like this, right?
I mean, it's not that non-standard. You can actually create those kinds of rushes out of a nickel 3-3-5.
Yeah, I know. I used to use a nickel 3-3-5 a fair bit. Actually, the vanilla formation. But I always blitzed an outside linebacker, right?
And this is the 8th play of this drive. As they get ready for this 3rd down play, we'll take a look at how they've done today.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Oh, and then he jumped offside.
Oh my God, that was awful.
Yeah, I think you want to bet that tight end was meant to be a blocker.
Yeah.
Following the penalty, they'll face a 3rd
No kidding.
and 15. The quarterback gets set with only 1 back behind him. Pressure, slings it across.
Oh, look at that. Ostrich.
That one just enough.
Don't see his name too often.
You know, he's out in the prevent formation because it's like a dollar defense or some ridiculous shit like that.
Yeah. But you got like 8 defensive backs out there or something like that?
Oh, let me count. So I have 3 linebackers where there'd be linemen on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
All right. And then I think I have safety. Yeah, I can't even count. I've got like 4 cornerbacks out there too.
Well, John's defense not expecting the fullback to make that catch.
Well, they had the other receivers pretty well covered.
Yeah, I think it's $1.
For him.
I actually think it's $1.
See that guy's got 3 catches for 30 yards today.
But if they're gonna come on out and they're gonna like run 5 wide receivers that close to my own red zone, obviously I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like play a dollar defense.
Yeah, let's see what that got happened there, right? Looks like the defensive end just beat number 56 or 66 there. Yeah.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
Oh well.
2nd and long coming up here. Number 6 with a man in motion. Surveying the field. Gets the pass off. Diving tackle at the 32.
Oh, that guy's happy that he stopped him before the first down, even though it was like a 7-yard pass completion or an 8-yard pass completion.
That's quite the celebration, actually,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, he's just like, yes, I got him. I got him. He's like, don't worry, you'll get burned deep
Sends a man in motion.
in the next play.
Calling an audible. With the pass, and it's complete. Dives and brings him down.
Well, Hudson will always be there for you.
Ball on their own 42. And this is the 5th play of this drive. Just over a minute still to go. Looks like he's changing the play. Hand off to the tailback. The 50.
Wow, another big run.
Makes
Yep.
the tackle at the 43-yard line.
Well, Gaines is very well suited to that kind of running because with a speedier back, you actually have to consciously slow down and stop in order to get your blockers a chance to get out in front, right?
Yep.
Whereas with Gaines, you can kind of just run naturally.
Throwing on first
And
down. Looking for an option.
oh, I got hit as I threw, and then he dropped it anyway.
So I think that guy Superman didn't do it.
Yeah, that pass should have had a little more loft and a little more distance on it, but that guy got a piece of me just as I was trying to get rid of it.
Yo, they actually didn't cover him at all in that play.
No,
If they hadn't hit you there, they were dead.
Green goes in motion.
but they've shut down White in this first half so far. You see that? They gave him a bump off the line of scrimmage there.
Yep.
He found a soft spot on the defense and was right there to make the catch.
The thing about a pass like that is it cuts down on the time the defender has to react to where the ball's heading.
Dropping back, he's looking on the run. He hits the receiver. Big hit.
Well,
on the ball
Hudson can
count.
catch that pass.
Getting unloaded on.
Well,
That's what happened here.
I didn't do very well field goal kicking the last time around. Maybe I should just punt from here, eh?
With 8 seconds left, you should just kick the field goal.
Nah.
Romberg comes into the game for the punt. Copeland.
That
is
would
the
be a
kick return
50-yard
man.
field goal, and I don't think I can kick it that far.
Well, it's not like they'll have time to
He's waving for
come
the fair
back.
catch.
Yeah, I know, but it gives you a safety opportunity here. Maybe we can get 2 points out of this. Actually, you know what? They have enough room here. If I were in their shoes, I would just kneel. Right? Because you'd still be able to stay outside the goal line.
It just reminds me of that one time Tom Brady kneeled forward
Yeah,
to preserve his rushing total.
yeah.
Quick. Seymour makes the tackle at the 3-yard line. At the end of 2, score is 20.
Well, it's a low-ish scoring game so far.
Yep.
We go back to the
So
game.
their defense has had some lapses, but they haven't played that badly. At least according to the score on the scoreboard, anyway. You know, when I typically come out expecting to score 60 points in a game, well, I'm probably not going to do that in this game. Unless they have a complete collapse.
Well, they had a rough first quarter, but they seem to have corrected that.
Yeah.
They haven't come out, well, never mind. They've just come out and done it again.
Well, this time around, if I can get good enough protection,
Bigger and better things, usually.
right?
Dropping back the pass on first down. Gets the pass off.
That's going to be a touchdown right
The
there.
40.
It's like they got to do it at least once a quarter, right?
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. Even a good defense like these guys, they do that at least once a quarter.
Outplayed the defender for the ball on that play. The guy with the best position usually will come up with it.
Yeah, and this is like a super simple pass route too, right? because he just does a 90 cut right there, and then basically just runs in a straight line at a diagonal toward the sideline, right?
Yep.
And then all I want to do is just throw a touch pass up there. I don't even have to lead him, really. All I do is I just stand still and tap the pass button in order to throw it to him as a nice arcing, looping, like lob pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just to throw it over any defender that might be chasing him. It was bound to happen sooner or later, right?
Bound to.
Comes in to attempt the point after. And it's up. The point after is good.
And it's not the 108 yards rushing that I've gotten this game so far that's influenced all of this scoring, right? It's when they've crowded the line to try and stop the run and I've thrown it over their heads. That's what's created all the scoring in this game so far.
From the 9.
And when I'm playing defense, even if I've got a team that's running and throwing short passes on me, it's annoying, but I keep those safeties back anyway because I know that they're trying to set up a long pass, right?
Rushing on first down has not worked out for them today. Less than a 2-yard per carry average.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
You know, Johnny,
I'm not going to let you have two tight ends on the same side of the field.
Yeah.
It's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%, and he's got the experience to
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if I score again before they do, they'll stop running the ball so much then. I'm kind of surprised they're still trying to run the ball a little bit now even.
Only one man back. Pressure coming, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab.
See, that was that man coverage thing where they've got the dime back or whatever wants to cover the halfback instead of covering the tight end on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do about that. It kind of makes that kind of scheme useless against a flipped weak side offense. Kind of exploit, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's difficult to design defenses to deal with that too, right?
Well, I mean, I can just come out in a man under 3 if they're really going to give me trouble over it.
Yeah, that's why I use a lot of 5-man coverages as audibles too, right? Because I might come out in a partial man coverage, and if they line up,
look at that defensive lineman playing linebacker back there.
Yeah.
Drops back.
Wow, he got pancaked too.
Going long to the left. This pass is
well, they played it properly that time.
Coming after that long pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, let's see something here. We got who's that big guy back there?
That's May.
Greg May. Okay, so it's just Greg May up back there doing his man coverage. No, he's doing deep zone in the middle. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, but he's got enough speed to do that though, right?
Still, I love that. I love seeing the big guy back there.
Because he does have 80 speed, right?
Yeah.
Like he's very fast for a former defensive lineman. Which is why I was saying earlier, if I were still the defensive coordinator here, he would be well on his way to replacing Holt as the defensive end, right? Just because of his ability to pass rush.
The man in motion.
Okay. Oh man.
Two hit passes in a row.
Oh
wow.
Man.
He had 2 tries at that one.
E for effort, eh?
Yeah, he almost tipped it to himself. Yeah, they were sure trying. After all that, were they actually using that guy as a blocker?
No.
No, they were sending him into the pattern. They tried throwing the ball to him.
Yeah. And that's Carey.
Yeah.
But Carey only has like 30 some odd catching. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, you could tell. It's like, whoop.
He's just not coordinated. That right hand side of his body just doesn't work correctly.
Here's the catch.
Yeah, the hands don't work right.
From the 23. Still not a bad return. It's time to see what the offense can do now as they come back out.
But he's not on the team for that reason. He's on the team because he hits people.
Yeah.
Might be a cornerback, but he hits people.
They've been solid running the ball on first down, John.
Yeah, when you gain 5 yards or more, it sets you up in good second and third situations.
Okay, well, this isn't going to work out too well, but, well, what can you do?
Big pop that time.
Boom!
Ah, well.
That is big-time football.
You didn't really have a lot of time there.
No. That's why I couldn't make the adjustment to get the receiver to go back to where he belonged. Because I only had like 5 seconds or something, right?
Yep.
Calling an audible now. Mark Black is the guy who's there to bring him down.
Yep, they just couldn't hold that middle linebacker up, eh?
Nope.
This is a tough physical team that likes to
Well,
run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line. It helps to slow down those pass rushers.
And here's a look at each team's success on third down.
well, look at this. They got the quarter
Third down
defense out there,
conversions is a
hey?
keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep 3 things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Dropping back, looking for a receiver.
Oh, he dropped it. I don't care if he has double coverage on him. I'm still going to try and throw that pass to him.
Well, if you hadn't have given their underneath guy the drag over the middle, that would have been triple coverage. So you actually effectively removed one coverage guy from that scheme.
Yeah. And you'll notice I'm pooch punting here because I don't have enough confidence in my kicking abilities to actually avoid.
Oh!
Wow.
If there's no return, it's usually
Wow.
because the punter got
See, at least
plenty
this
of
way
air
they get
under
the ball
carry.
on their side of midfield, right?
Yeah. See, I like how John's talking about that play as if there was no return there.
Yeah, well, there pretty much was no return there, right? It was like 2 or 3 yards.
They're having no success running on first down.
Which is one reason why they find
See, I got curl
themselves
flat on
the
that
short
side
end of
now.
the stick right
Yeah.
It's hard to have consistent success without balance.
He was really hit hard on that play.
They're still trying to run the ball, hey?
Well, this is what they do, right? They run the ball all game long, this team. They never really do give up on it.
Up here.
That's part of what I think makes them as good as they are.
Yeah, actually, it keeps the score a little more under control anyway.
Gets the pass off.
Oh,
He's
come
there for the
on.
catch.
Well, you had pretty good protection there.
You talk about making it look easy
Yeah.
out there.
Well, we've been having trouble pass rushing from the left-hand side because
Yeah,
there's
that,
just that
that
huge...
fullback has been just killing anybody that
Yeah.
tries to come from that side.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a huge mismatch there, too, between Seymour and that guy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I should put Greg May over on that side.
I don't know. I saw Greg May get pancaked a couple of times in this game, too. Both of your outside pass rushers have been having pretty quiet days so far, actually.
First down. With the pass, Alford takes him down at the 11.
See, maybe what you should do is in your 4-man line is shift to the weak side and crash to the weak side to see if you can spring a defensive end loose or something. And then shift your linebackers the other way, right?
Inside the 20 for the
And
first
reverse
time
it
today.
here.
We're in the third quarter. Tucks it away.
Because that way you still get a wide posture, but you might get some outside pressure, right?
Decides to run the ball. They break
Well, I've
down
already
the ball
switched
very
over to
quickly.
zone
They
defenses
do a
here
good
now.
job maintaining
Yeah.
their gap assignments.
But you can still do that. You can
Back
use
up
that
to
tactic, right?
Play of this drive.
Especially if you're
Inside
expecting them to
enemy territory.
pass.
I like how I input the man lock audible. Just reflexively.
Yeah.
Drops back. Under pressure with the throw.
So you got a little pressure there,
At
right?
6.
Even to the strong side, because the thing that held him up from getting there too is he bumped into the tight end on his way there. But if he'd if you'd have been coming, if there had been no tight end on that side, you might have had a shot.
6 yards away from a touchdown.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Pressure, stepping up, goes to the end zone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just hit him.
Boston defends the pass.
Well, he deflects the receiver. He tried to defend the pass there. It didn't work very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you push the guy out of bounds before he can catch the ball, then he isn't going to be able to catch the ball too, right?
Well, and if you flatten him so that he drops it too.
Yeah.
He made that one easily.
Well, two trips to the red zone, and they've only managed a couple of field goals.
If he's going to walk off the field in a stretcher after you make contact with him, he's probably not going to catch the ball very well.
Yeah.
From the 2 to the 20.
Oh, I couldn't quite cut up that hole there.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Well, Anderson's fast, but he's not got the best agility.
Yeah.
He's got good acceleration and good speed, so if you get a chance to run straight ahead with him,
he's gone.
Then he's gone, but if you need to stop and change directions, he doesn't do that so well.
Whereas Gaines has got sky-high agility.
Comes in motion.
Yeah, like this is the kind of play that Anderson runs, right?
Yep.
Because you need somebody speedy to run to the outside.
It's just a foot race to the outside.
Yeah. And then I got cut off. Wow, they only gave me 3 yards for that. That's how aware that strong safety is, though, Damon Sawyer, right?
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's probably the best player on their defense.
Well, now they're dead.
Well, we'll see. These
guys. They're going to drop the safety off deep now.
Yeah, they dropped the safety off deep, so I'm probably going to look at a short option now.
Dropping back, gets rid of it, and it's complete. Walker is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 44-yard line. Number 6 picks up more yardage with that.
But you pretty well have to do that, right? You know, like you can't let Quincy White run a pass route without a safety deep over top, right? You just can't.
Come out in a nickel package.
Wow, okay. Time is a little short here, but we'll try this anyway.
Passing on first down. Throwing. Perfect pass.
Oh.
Well, they didn't give up on you that time.
Nope.
Their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives them.
They're in field goal range.
Let's get them. Set. Right. 72. Okay. Here we go.
See, they should play like this all the time, right? What they're showing right now.
They give it to the halfback.
There, see how with Gaines I was able to stop and change direction when I saw someone coming from the outside, right?
Yep.
Whereas with Anderson, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have run into that guy coming from the outside.
Changing the play now. Throws out to the left.
And that's a touchdown.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're just giving it away.
The receiver for the touchdown.
You're giving it away when you pull the corners in like that.
And he was able to keep his eyes on the ball the whole time.
I would have to go back to the drawing board and figure out a completely different way to play offense. If they either left the corners out wide all the time, or if they wanted to pull the corners in, if they played linebackers or safeties in the flats.
I think I'd be all right with it, but it would slow my offense down a bit.
Oh yeah, it would certainly slow me down too, right? And it would make for lower scoring games overall. And they might even have a chance to score more points too, because you know it definitely is going to affect your offensive game plan when you're down 35-6, right?
Yeah.
Because now they're pretty much forced to play into your hands, right? Because you design your defenses to stop the long pass, and that's pretty much what they're going to be trying to do now for the most part.
Quick is the deep back. Going to the air on first down. Throwing short.
That was close.
Yeah, that was Brooks.
That was almost a fumble.
I'm surprised that wasn't a fumble.
Yeah, it was pretty close. But you see what I mean, though, right? Long passes, right? That's why you were able to get that pressure from the inside too.
Watch the draw. Watch the draw.
You mean watch the draw? Nobody's gonna run a draw play here.
Dropping back, pressure coming.
Oh, well, there's Brooks. You see what I mean? Now they're dropping back and they're, or no, not Brooks, May.
Yeah, he's one
But
of those guys who's
they're
been
dropping
playing for a
back and they're
while
trying to
now.
throw
Let me
deeper
tell you,
passes now,
he
right?
might never
Yep.
be better
And now
than
you're
he
going to
is right
rack
now.
up a few sacks because they are changing the way that they play, right?
Oh, and this is what I am
After the sack.
specialized in defending against.
Quick scans the defense from the gun. Closing in, knocked down.
Yeah, that was almost a fumble too.
Wow.
This defense really
You
likes
know,
to keep the
makes you
pressure
think
on
that
the
there's a little bit of
They
home
bull
field
rush,
advantage going
speed
on.
rush, They blitz from the outside, all in an attempt to create turnover opportunities.
Well, it's
in
too
the
bad
secondary.
that's their defensive
line needs to do a
play
better
calling
job
again,
of holding
right, that
on
let
their
them
block,
down.
giving a little extra
Because I
time
think
in the
these
pocket
guys,
as the
personnel-wise, their
quarterback needs.
defense is good enough to play with us.
And he signals for the fair catch.
But those two things, you got to leave the corners wide and you got to leave the safeties back off the line, right?
It's 1st and 10.
And if I run for 150 yards against you, well, that might be annoying, but it's not going to lose you the game, right?
At least not by itself.
You better hurry up. I'm not
Nope.
going to have enough time.
So he calls a timeout before the play clock expires.
He was slacking.
Yeah, well, it was that long audible animation, right?
Yeah, those don't exist in Madden 04.
See, I got the quick one there, and then he turned around and started marching back to where he's supposed to line up, right?
Yep.
Drops back with the pass.
Yeah, that long audible animation I think takes like 9 seconds
At the
in order
49.
to execute.
Number 6
Yeah.
is known throughout football for his
Yeah, and you know what?
consistency,
That's
John.
another thing when, you know, like they played up this game as being the year of the D, but they didn't necessarily make the defense play better. They did little things like that to hamper the offense, right?
Well, audible animations are longer. You'll even see Peyton Manning take a delay of game because he calls the most audibles out of any quarterback in this game.
Yeah. And that's not right. You know, like, I don't think that they should have tried to make the game more challenging just by making offense harder.
But you'll also see things like, what the hell is it called?
1st and 10.
You'll see things like, oh, well, I can't remember what I was going to say now. I totally lost track of my thought here. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So they also make things like the ball trajectory on passes is inherently slightly lower than it is in previous games.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know that throwing the ball deep, like on some of the long streaks and stuff that I like to do,
you never get enough
you
launch.
actually have to step up a little bit before you throw the ball, right?
Yeah.
You won't get that nice high trajectory unless you do that.
And defenders have a tendency to accelerate towards the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. In Madden 04, it was easier to throw the ball deep.
Because you could get those higher lofted lob passes.
Yeah.
And I think they brought that back like twofold in like Madden 06, Madden 07. You could actually specifically throw an intentional lob pass without having to like be like frame perfect on the inputs there.
Very
But
well on 3rd down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment.
I don't know, just little things like that is what they did to make the defense play better than they do. They don't actually, in fact, I'd say the defensive...
Look at that.
Oh my God.
I can't throw that pass to a wide receiver. He just won't catch it.
You can throw it to a tight end, but
I
not
can throw it
wide
to a
receiver.
tight end and he'll catch it every time, but if I throw it to a wide receiver, he'll drop it every time.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
Sets up to run back the punt.
But, yeah, and, you know, it's just a bunch of funny things about that.
Not much hang time on this one.
Defensively, too, the playbooks are more limited in this game than they were in previous games, too. Right? There's less mixed coverages in Madden 05 than there are in Madden 04 or Madden 03. Or at least in Madden 04. I don't know about Madden 03.
1st and 10.
Well, I know in Madden 03 you could get away with playing pure man coverages more.
Throwing. He's pushed out at the 20.
I don't know, that looked like it was out of bounds, but I don't know if I'd bother.
And after conversing with his coaches upstairs, he decides to challenge this one.
And I think that's the right thing to do.
The main question now is there a look at this where we can see
I think that's out of bounds.
where his feet
Yeah.
came down?
At least from that camera angle.
Initially, I thought that he had
Oh, maybe not.
Ooh, maybe just by a toe, right?
Yeah.
He might have had it in. It looked close enough from just watching the play run.
The ruling on the field stands.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're going to give it
It
to
was
him.
a close call, but there just wasn't enough evidence to reverse
Oh
it.
well.
This is one of these
Oh well.
cases where it's better to be safe than sorry.
But yeah, there were a lot of things that they did that didn't necessarily make the defense stronger. They just, what they did is they did a lot of things
To hamper
try
the
and-
offense.
to try and make the offense
Under
weaker,
pressure,
right?
pass, and he just can't hang on. Can't complete that short pass. And
You know,
it's
like
second
they made offensive linemen miss blocks that they shouldn't miss, and you know, just generally weird things like that. They changed the way that the passing
work out
game
of the shotgun.
operates. They made audibles harder to call. You know, those are. Ooh, there you go. You finally got one from the right.
Great
Yep.
field coverage.
Those are kind of cheap things, though, right? Like they shouldn't have done that. What they should have done is enhance the defensive play calling AI. I think that was, if they were really going to make this the year of the D, they should have made the defense smarter.
And they
right?
should have made the playbooks better, too.
Yeah, because
Bats are lined up in an eye. Throwing. And he makes the
when
grab.
if you repeatedly do the same thing over and over, like if you line up in a wishbone and they crowd the line so you audible to a pass and burn them for a touchdown, well, they should be able to make adjustments to their defenses based on success or failure,
Yeah.
right?
6.
In
And
game.
we'll start the fourth quarter.
And they don't appear to do that. And the same thing when they're on offense, really. They should be able to make adjustments for success or failure based, you know, on their offense based on success or failure, right?
Here's the kick. And he waves for the fair catch.
I might have been able to take like 5-10 yards forward on that, but I didn't want to risk the fumble.
10 here.
Come on now.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. The fumbles on punt returns.
Yeah, actually, they basically made the punt and kickoff return games pretty well impossible. Like, I know it didn't happen a lot,
Gets rid of it.
but I was able to return the odd kickoff or punt for a touchdown in Madden 04.
Yep.
But I can't do it in Madden 05. I don't think I've ever returned a kickoff or a touchdown or a punt for a touchdown. I think the closest I've ever seen was that one time that you almost did it, and then they strategically placed the referee in the middle of the field, and you ran into him, and that slowed you down so that a guy was able to catch you from behind, eh?
Yeah.
You know, but otherwise, that should have been a touchdown, right?
You know, you'd think the referee would at least move out of the way. He wouldn't just stand there.
Yeah. Well, he was helping the coverage team, though, right?
Fingers come out in a nickel package.
Stretch. In and out. Come on. Man, come on. Come on.
Yeah, they have the ref backer back there, right?
Yeah, the ref backer.
He surveys the field.
Uh-oh.
Scrambling around. He has some room. Loses the defender. John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use it.
I guess I could have thrown to the guy going toward the sideline, but
You just didn't see him, huh?
I didn't see him on time. I'd already pulled the ball down and was running by the time I realized that guy was open, right?
Yeah, I think they were playing a hook zone there, but they feigned to the outside.
Stay low.
Good defenders will do that sometimes.
Great. 53. Down to switch one.
See, when they do this kind of thing, well, I'm always going to audible to a pass, right?
Come on. Hot cover.
Dropping back with the throw. He hits his receiver. The 40. He's pushed out.
Well, at least your right tackle got a piece of that
Quarterback lets him
end.
go, and it found its mark.
This is one of those guys who's always had a pretty good
And then you got hit after
Oh,
that.
he's doing a
Yeah,
good
but look at
job
how
of
wide
reading
open he
defense.
was, right?
Yep.
Because they didn't have any containment on the outside. I know we're devolving into a bitch fest again here, but I imagine if I was Ryan Moody, I'd be far more vocal about it than I am.
Well, what we're talking about, he probably just caused legacy issues.
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't even a remotely modern game anymore.
No.
Black stops him at the 18. They get another first down here.
Well, they're not doing anything fancy, but good old-fashioned drop back and pass. And it's working.
So they have first and 10 here.
They're having a good solid day at tight end there.
Out in a nickel package. Looks like he's calling an audible.
Come on, let's go.
Now we're throw another touchdown on the flat pass to White or
He
what?
drops it. Incomplete.
First down. Throws it. Great
Oh, no.
Oh no, they actually have enough field there to cut him off before he can get in.
The receivers are doing a nice job working through this soft secondary. I'd
Well,
expect to see an adjustment or two by the defense.
Yeah, they've got that leaky pass
3 yards away
defense.
from the end zone.
Well, to be fair, I've got that leaky pass defense too. I'm only second in the league.
Yeah, well, I've thrown for nearly 400 yards against these guys today, so yeah, I don't think your pass defense is that leaky.
Doesn't show on the scoreboard though for you this time.
Off again. Number
Against most
55
teams, you get like
makes the
50,
stop
60
at the
points.
2-yard line. 1
Or at
yard
least you
gain
have
on this
been.
play.
Yeah, well, I missed a field goal in this game, and
Second and goal.
Well, apparently they always allow a lot of yards every game.
yeah. Well, the thing is, though, that average is going to be inflated because they play us twice, right?
Yeah, true.
Green. Stopped behind the line.
Wow. Not only did they stop Green, they put him flat on his back.
They sure did. Wow.
And he's a big guy. It's pretty hard to put him flat on his back.
When you know what they like to run in certain situations, you can anticipate the play call and stop the play before it even gets started.
Well, they're playing press coverage on the outside.
Yeah, but they, like I called a pass play, an out play there,
Yep.
and they kept the corner out there, and that forced me to audible to something else, right?
Time
Yep.
off the clock with the lead. What do you think, John? Are they a little too conservative here?
Maybe
See, what I was going to do was motion Gaines out to the right, so he would have ended up about out here.
But that corner-
and then run that little 5 or 6 yard out, right? You know, that pattern that you made where you go in 45 degrees and then ahead, and then you make a 90-degree cut and run toward
Yep,
the sideline. But because this guy's out here playing a zone defense, that would be a little bit too risky to try and run that, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much a guaranteed interception if you throw that.
But as far as I'm concerned, though, that's the correct way to play goal line defense, right? You have to have some containment to the outside. And I'm not going to miss this field goal.
And it's on its way. The veteran kicks it through.
no problem for him. Whatever the situation, he'll approach it the same way. Cool and smooth.
The visiting team continue to increase their lead.
I mean, I don't know about real life football, but in the terms of Madden 05, if you're going to play defense successfully, you have to contain the outside.
Should be a return here.
And regardless of how you do it, if you do it the way I do, where I always leave the corners out wide, or if you do it the way you do and you move players out there,
Yep.
you know, like you play man lock, but you move players in zone defenses out there, one way or the other, somebody has to be out there containing the outside.
Redding, the motion man. Passing on first down.
Well, hey, you know what? I still ate up my guy there.
Yeah.
Somehow, because I dove right at his feet.
Yeah, well, they threw that long hook out pass there again, so they only got 9 yards on that. You see that?
Yep.
2nd and 1 coming up.
For a pass that traveled like 25 yards in the air, or 30 yards in the air.
Oh, they've audibled to something different here.
Yeah.
Pressure with the throw.
See, you get cut blocked a lot, eh?
Much touch on that
Yeah.
pass.
You know, like that's how those smaller blockers manage to hold off your pass rushers as they go down and go for the knees every time, right? which is something else that they should have, if they wanted to make this the year of the D, that's something they should have done too, is after a player has been cut blocked 2 or 3 times, well, when he should be able to see the physical cues of when a guy assigned to block him is going to try and do that and take steps to avoid it. You know,
Well, especially because getting cut blocked hurts.
you know, especially, well, you know what? I can see it happening a couple, maybe 3 times in a game, but when you see it happen over and over and over, like, that shouldn't happen, right? After a while, that tactic is not going to work anymore, right?
No place to run on that one.
And the thing is, when you don't get underneath the defensive line, you're not going to have the leverage that's needed to knock them off the ball. And that time, the defense had all the leverage.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Pressure.
Well,
Drop the quarterback.
Well, okay.
Blanketed the receivers downfield.
You have to get rid
he
of
got
the
off to
ball
a
in
bit
that
of a slow
situation.
start,
Throw
but
it
he's got
underneath,
2
throw it
now.
away. You can't take the sack and lose yardage like that.
He is a superstar. He would have been putting up numbers like this from defensive end if he'd have been on, if I were still running the defense too.
Yep.
Quick, the lone back.
Oh, I got pancaked there, but it didn't matter. Greg May came around and hit him anyways.
Yeah.
Pass off the mark, and it's now 4th down.
That being said, these guys play defense about as well as anybody that we played.
Position and are forced to punt
Yep.
for the 7th time in the game. Here's
Your
the punt.
offense is just too powerful.
Signals for a fair catch.
I don't know if it's really that. I think it's mostly, it's a play calling thing, right? I mean, over the years, both of us have discovered
It's 1st and 10.
ways to use audibles to take advantage, because the defensive alignments that these guys line up in tend to be so extreme, right?
Number 6 sends a man.
And
in
I think
motion.
that's a lot of the problem too,
Hand it off to the back.
is that they're, you know, like occasionally they'll line up showing a neutral look like that, but almost always they line up in some kind of a very aggressive looking alignment that basically tells you what they're doing, right?
Yep.
You know, even here they pulled the corner in.
Looks like he's
They have that
changing the play.
linebacker
Green
shifted out
comes in
wide
motion.
to that side. But when I move out here now, they're showing me that Green is going to be either covered by his own guy. I could have thrown it to White there too, right?
Number 55 records the
But,
stop at the
you know, like they're
35.
showing me that
Good
look
pass
that
to
tells me I
fullback
can
on that
throw
first
that
down.
pass
Don't be
before I
surprised
even
if they
snap
look
the
in his
ball,
direction
right?
Yeah.
again. He's not just a solid lead blocker. He can hurt you in the passing game too.
Stay home, Mike. Set. 53.
We'll try a little counter step here, see if we can take advantage of Quincy's run blocking over on the left side there.
Hand it off. And he's tackled at the
How about you take
33.
advantage of McCoy's run blocking?
Yeah, actually Quincy did a pretty good job out there. It was McCoy that didn't, right? Actually, White ran his man. He ran the corner off of the line several yards, eh?
Yep.
Set.
Calling an audible now.
73. Bring it. Shut him down.
Looks like he's
53.
changing the play.
Hut.
Martin Tate makes the tackle at the 30-yard line. Gain of 3.
Well, I think you're in a 3rd down running situation now.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd down running situation. I almost could have too. Like, look at the defense they put out there.
Number
Yeah.
6 sends a man
Oh, but then they brought Mr. Safety down.
Yep. Yeah, they're probably blitzing somebody here.
dropping back. Throwing. And his pass is complete.
McCoy's like, I can't block, but I'll receive passes for you.
Yeah.
He was able to hit his target, picking up the first in the process.
And that's a case of your receiver knowing where the marker is and the quarterback delivering the pass quickly.
Set.
There, see, this is the kind of thing they should have been doing more of. I know I've said it before again and again and again, but...
Again with the carry.
Because there's nothing wrong with the way that kind of alignment defends the run. And it doesn't place your defenders in a bad position to defend the pass.
Yeah.
Right? Like this here, these guys are now in a officially in a bad position to defend the pass, right?
Changing the play now.
Oh.
Looking downfield, throws it.
Had to make that one up as I went along.
The tackle at the 12.
You know what? I think the only reason that pass actually got completed is because you got hit while you were throwing and McCoy had to come back for it, because that linebacker had him covered like a blanket.
Yep.
Stay home. Stay home.
Stingers come out in a nickel package.
Get up, D. Get up. Switch it. Come on. Cowboy up. Hut.
Looking for a receiver.
Ooh.
He hits his receiver. Ooh,
Yeah, he tried. He tried jumping in front of it, but
take a taxi back to the stadium.
that's arm strength there. That's why I got away with that, right?
Yep.
I got away. If I'd have been playing with a more ordinary quarterback, I don't think I would have even tried that.
Brown. 28. Delta. Switch one. Come on now. Bust the play.
Gaines
Silver,
goes in motion.
Silver. Lucy. Hut.
Dropping back. Looking for an option. Goes to the end zone. Right on the money.
They're like aimless out there, walking around out there aimless.
Now that's just
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of coverage that was over there. I was expecting one of these guys to blitz, and it's weird, like how that guy played that zone. I don't know why he did that way, right? It's almost like he had a flat zone assignment, or a curl flat maybe, but he didn't cover it the way that I would expect a player with that kind of assignment to cover it.
Yeah, he
right?
just played that badly.
And we're back.
Yeah. Because if he'd have gone to the outside the way he was supposed to, there was no way I would have been able to throw
comes
that.
in to attempt the point after.
Hut.
The kick is up, and he tacks on the extra point. 17 unanswered points.
They just can't seem to stop him.
The visiting
Well,
team are
again,
lined
this
up
has
for
been
the
a game
kickoff.
where the big guys have been getting most of the passes.
Well, I'm sure they appreciate it.
You know, the flashy speed guys have gotten their share today, but
from the 5-yard line.
the tight ends, the fullback, you know, like they've been
And
catching
they're
the
about
passes
ready to get
today,
this
most of
drive
them.
Started after the last series ended with a punt. So they have 1st and 10 here.
Set.
Millen comes in motion. Throwing on 1st down. Gets the pass off.
Oh, look at that. Seymour got another interception.
Obviously looking
Well,
for
he
them
got
to go
pancaked
here.
enough times this game. It's about time he made up for it.
Hey, he's got a sack in this game too, eh?
Great
Yep.
execution. Now that's what defense is all
He might
about.
be
It's
the
1st and 10.
defensive player. He could be a candidate for it.
He sees something in the defense.
Well, he is a bit better coverage guy than May, I do have to admit.
Sawyer
He,
takes him down
unlike the
at
rest of the defense, he can
22-yard line.
catch.
3-yard gain on the play.
They'll need to reach the 16-yard line in order to convert for the 1st down.
I mean, now that it's too late, now they're playing the way they should have been playing the whole game, right?
Come on now. Keys.
Because that's one thing I noticed in this game too, is that even if you run for like almost 200 yards on the scoreboard, that doesn't translate out to 45 points.
They give it to the halfback. You could hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's numb all over.
Because it's more time consuming to
Just
run the
over a
offense
minute
that
still
way,
to go.
for one thing.
Yep.
And for another thing,
Consistent
you
success
don't
on
always
third
make
down,
the
which
first
they've
down,
had,
right?
Usually
Yeah.
translates into
Whereas
a
the
win.
more, I find the more I'm forced to audible to a pass, the more yardage I amass, right?
Stinger!
However, this will probably be the last play of the game here because they probably won't call a timeout here.
Arizona calls a timeout.
Unlikely.
They have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. You do see that kind of weird thing sometimes. You just haven't seen it at all this season.
Black pulls him down at the 17.
Yep. Now I can just let the clock run out.
Play, so they'll probably send in the kicker.
I think
So there you go.
You've got to lead.
Rec
You don't have
V5X
to
gives
try
up 2
anything
field
fancy.
goals in this game.
Just tack on the 3 and put the game in your defense's hands.
Well, what can I say?
No, this game is still all about the pass, right? And
Well,
if
they
you-
had their fullback doing good work out there too, right?
Yeah.
This is Al Michaels saying goodbye.
But I don't know. It's difficult too when you throw so many flat passes like they tried in this game too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, right? It's all about the pass. And if you're patient and you leave your defense back and defend the pass, they're going to get, they're probably going to get rushing yardage, but that's okay because it doesn't translate out to a large number of points, right? See, that number right there, 421 passing yards, right?
Now look at me, I had the leaky pass
Yeah.
defense.
And I think that if they'd have held me to half that amount of passing yards and allowed me 200 yards on the ground,
It would have been like 21 points.
it would have been 21 or maybe 4 touchdowns in this
Yep.
game, right? Not 40 something points, right? So, threw for 421 yards and 6 touchdowns, completed 81% of my passes.
Oh my god.
And including a 74-yard touchdown pass. See, Gaines there, he got a decent day.
Yep.
Right? And Martin had a pretty good day for a fullback.
Anderson had a kind of crap day.
Yeah, he usually does, though, because the stretch runs and stuff like that are actually more difficult to execute successfully, right?
Yeah.
And look at that, see? Hudson had 6 catches.
Big guys.
Green had 6 catches. McCoy had 5,
Yes.
right? So more than half the passes that I threw were actually to tight ends and the fullback. And Houston, I thought he was having a big day. He only caught 3 passes, but he did get 92 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he kept dropping those flat passes he kept
Yeah,
throwing at him.
he dropped the flat passes, which is really weird. He dropped 3 of them, right? Which is really strange. Of course, White with 6 catches for 147 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah. See, Martin dropped one, also one of those flat passes out of the shotgun, right?
Yep.
And Kennedy dropped one. I don't remember what it was that he dropped, though. So, yeah, Houston had a 57-yard reception, and White had a 74-yarder.
Well, photos on kickoff coverage, so that don't count. But Alfred got a lot of tackles in this game, and then Seymour and Boston. Hanks. Greg May only actually got 2 tackles this game.
Yeah, they were both sacks. Yeah, the thing is, though, you played a lot of nickel and dime defense, as usual.
Well, 5 sacks. And,
Yeah, two by interior linemen again, eh?
Yep. And then 3 by the outside linebackers. 2 interceptions, 1 by Ostresh, showing his worth. And then 1 by Tony Seymour there. Yeah, Ostresh and his interception for -1 yards. In terms of pass deflections, Greg May led the team. So I was saying he was not a very good pass defender, and he's a great pass defender. Probably got hit in the hands with interceptions a lot of times.
Yep.
And then Carey did a good job there with trying to get his interception.
Yeah, he tried real hard.
And Seymour.
You could almost hear the circus music playing when he was trying to do that one, though.
Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah, you were 1 for 2.
Yeah, well, that was a really, really awful field goal try. But what can you do? At least I didn't kick it into the corner or the end zone or something.
Fair enough. Well, it doesn't look like they had a very good quarterback rating at all.
No, well, he managed to complete 51% of his passes.
Which is pretty high.
Yeah, he had one long-ish completion, although it didn't go anywhere after the catch. And
Well, that guy is 35 years old.
Yep. He is an aging veteran. And, you know, it looked like they tried to run quite a bit in the first half. In the second half, not so much, though, because they were playing with a big deficit, right?
Yep.
But again, though, it's your defense is surprisingly good against the run. Like, you didn't really give up any big yardage on the ground. And they didn't have that many drop passes in this game either. And that fellow there, he caught a lot of passes.
Yep. Yeah, he's just about their whole offense.
Yep.
They just threw it at him over and over and over again.
Yeah. And their tight end caught a few, and then the other wide receiver, right? So they didn't really spread the ball around a whole lot. Yeah, there's that middle linebacker with 11 tackles.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job out there today.
Oh, he does all the time, right? Like, whenever we play him, he's usually either first or second on the team in tackles for that game, right?
They had a good right outside linebacker, too. I didn't realize.
Actually, their linebackers, you know, like you'll notice that their linebackers had the high tackle totals.
Yeah, they're all good players, always involved in the game there and everything else, right?
Yeah. But they didn't get any sacks. They only got one pass deflection. So really, you know, that's pretty much how it went. So who is the player of the game, RecV5X? It's predictable.
Yeah. I wonder if you're going to make Offensive Player of the Week again.
Well, through 6 touchdown passes, so yeah, probably.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway.
Well, I'm RecV5.
And I'm Sandman99 and the breaker of Madden 2005.
Yeah, you're doing a good job out there.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah.